guy's obviously slightly better because he's got more harvesters. Now, Tech Lab's done on this one. Should be transferring this one over to get that first Banshee out. Now, I'm going to be building a Viking out of this one right now. Where's the Viking? Where's the Viking? There it is, but I am supply block slightly. But only for a second. Now, Blue Flame is done. I should be loading up for this medevac drop. Now, I probably should have went and had zone log control, so I know he wouldn't see it coming, but he didn't have it. So, here comes this drop. Now, he has siege tanks. He does have siege tank tech. Now, he is going Viking, siege tank, the standard build for Terran. Siege tank Viking, siege tank Viking. This is all standard. Now, here comes my Hellions. He knows what I've got. Now, here comes the first drop. He's got nothing over here to scout. That's why you want to kind of position your buildings around your base so you can see when a drop comes. And then here comes my Blue Flame Hellions. Now, watch an income tab. 30 harvesters right now. He's still on one base. I'm not even doing good with my Hellions right now. Like, I'm missing a lot. Here comes a bunch of siege tanks. I should have just stayed over here and done more damage to these SCVs. But I try and sneak away. He is going to almost pick off that one. Coming in for more splash damage. And lose that guy. And I just jet out of there. So, during that attack, my macro slipped. Now we look at the income tab. I got about 10 Hellions with that attack. And as you can see, my Hellion micro was pretty fail. So I got my first Banshee. I got Vikings. I'm not researching Cloak yet. Getting the Tech Lab down on this barrack so I can start pumping out double Vikings. But he is going heavy Viking, which I did see. So I am a little bit worried about that. So I'm going to be getting a couple more Vikings here. And Cloak is being researched. Got my medevac here now. Still pumping out the Hellions, repairing up the one from before. Keep in mind, repair is always a good thing. Now, he is expanding, so he is down 400 minerals that I haven't spent, which is better for me. Supply depot being built. I'm going to be supply blocking myself a little bit longer with his Banshees. Still pumping out the Hellions. Going to speed up just a tad bit because we don't really need to see anything. That's nothing going on right now. Now, you are going to see him try to do the siege tank push now. I do move out with my Hellions, but I see all these siege tanks, I see all the Vikings, I immediately fall back. Because I don't want to lose any Hellions. Now right now we go to my Heli count, look how many I have. Any infantry force, let's see, all these Marines, which he doesn't really have that many, is immediately devoured. Now you're like, okay, well Zoe, he's got the siege tanks, what are you going to do against that? So here comes the Vikings. We're going to try and pick off a couple of my Banshees, but I have 3 Vikings here and 2 Marines, so I should be able to hold this off. Double Viking production right now, because I know how many he has, I saw it. So right now I'm pulling Vikings out of both of these. Now we're doing some pushing, moving forward with my Marines. Trying to stop him. So he's going to come over here and try and do a little siege tank push, but I see it coming. And then I have Cloak now, so that's even better for me. So now I'm doing double Viking production. I just want to... You need air control for this build. Unfortunately, there's no transition into battlecruisers this game, which is so much fun. You can use battlecruisers in a real game. Now, whenever you move out with your big force of Banshees, Vikings, and Hellions, when you go to finally doing a huge attack, it's when you want to expand, in case you're curious about when to expand. Now, I want you to notice how bad I'm slipping on my SCV count. Right now, I do have 33. Oops. I do have 33, but I killed 10 of his SCVs, and he's already caught up ahead of me. I mean, he is on 2 base, but still, I'm letting him get ahead of me, and I'm still able to beat him. So this definitely isn't like, you know, me outskilling him completely. It's just such a great strat. I mean, I am outskilling him by, you know, using my strat, but it's definitely doable. So I see him sieging up. I'm going to bring these Banshees over here, Cloak. I'm going to start picking off these siege tanks. I'm going to bring my Hellions around to do some additional damage. There's the Vikings. Here comes the Cloak. Got my other Vikings over here to stop his Vikings. Here comes my Hellions. They aren't taking very much damage from these siege tanks because there's so many of them. And then here comes my final push. Now we have 3 Banshees. We have several Hellions. Look how many there are. And then we have plenty of Vikings for air control. Don't know why I'm bringing the medevac, but oh well. So at this point, it's like game over. Devouring SCVs here. Now let's it's pretty much over at this point. He's won at this, or I've won at this point. I mean, he's got nothing to defend with. If we go to the food count, it's 38 versus 82, so I obviously won. So now let's go back and let's review this. Say I went siege tank Viking. he probably would have won that because he was being more aggressive with his Vikings, and he came and tried to contain me after expanding. And that's the best way to win as Siege Tank Viking. But since I went this build, it's a new Terran build, so make sure you guys try it out. It's very fun. Like, Blue Flame I always like using Hellions. Like, even when I was going Siege Tank Viking, I would try and get Blue Flame Hellion drops in because they're so much fun. So make sure you guys try that out. It's a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. And eventually you'll be able to, if late game, you don't win with your early attacks, you're pretty much trying to harass them to death with the Banshees and Blue Flame Hellions. And then if you can't beat, like, you're just not beating them, you can eventually expand, like CI expanding. And then you get the battle cruisers. The battle cruisers do a lot of damage. Like I said, this build's all about the air control. So make sure you guys try that out. And be careful. And like I said, the 4 rush is very, very strong against this, and a 5 rack. So if you ever see any of those coming, you need to prepare for that. Alright, so yeah, here's the second one of these I've done. Post some comments down below if you want to see a specific strategy walkthrough guide. And yeah, I'm definitely wanting to see that. So or help you guys with whatever strategy you guys need. So Zoya, see you guys next time.